All right, so we're here with Kelly, who just finished her 6-week nutrition challenge. Overall, Kelly, what was your favorite part about the challenge?
Probably the support in the group and having the Facebook page and being able to show our food and ask you any questions or make sure that we were staying compliant or, within our goals of what we were trying to do. I liked that.
Okay. And you tried some other nutrition programs in the past. What was the difference in maybe your results in the past versus your results this time, or how you felt when you did those other programs versus this program? What were the differences?
I've never had results like I have with this program, and the other ones might have been more kind of the faddish or diet, which I hate that word diet, but I definitely felt like I was missing things I loved, and I definitely felt deprived and probably a little, my family would say, grumpy and irritable. This one was not like that at all. I felt full. I enjoyed the food I was eating, and the stuff that I loved, I just kind of curbed, or I started to realize why I was going for that food, and it had more to do with mind than what it was doing for my body. It just was a comfort thing, or rather than what I needed. And to me, the biggest thing that I've learned is just I wasn't giving my body what it needed to do, what I wanted it to do. I wasn't fueling it. And on this, I was just eating the right things, and I felt good, and I've liked it a lot. I'm going to continue to do it.
Awesome. And when do you think that you started to actually see some change? Like, it's a 6-week challenge. Was there a specific week or a specific time where maybe you noticed change or somebody else noticed change?
After the first week, I would say, I literally definitely noticed difference in my body, especially in the morning. I was a little bit of a bad nighttime snacker, and to wake up and kind of just feel like my stomach wasn't bloated and irritated, and I woke up with more energy thanks to the sleep part of the challenge. But I noticed that right away, and I would say within the second week, the clothes were all fitting differently, a little looser, a little better, like putting them on in the morning. Just kind of, and when your clothes fit better in the morning, you start the day with some more confidence and on a better note, and right away. And I'm not a very big person to begin with, so I don't know if people necessarily started, but my husband noticed, the kids noticed. I think the kids noticed more that I was really doing it, and wow, you're continuing to eat healthy, and wow, mommy hasn't had those snacks or her wine, and I was actually not irritable. They noticed that too, because other ones I've been sharp or snappy, and so I noticed within the first week or so.
Awesome. And you had mentioned like feeling good. When was the last time you felt this good in your life? Like, can you think to a time where you felt as good, or?
No, I mean, I have been lighter, less weight at points in my life, but I haven't felt as healthy. I feel really healthy, and that's the difference with this. I've gone on, different challenges, or a 21-day fasting thing that I did years ago, and sure, I got results, but I didn't feel healthy. I felt tired or deprived, and then what happens is you go away from it and you go back to normal life, and I went right back to the old habits. This, I don't feel I'm going to do that.
Awesome. And in terms of like the education, do you feel like you learned a lot from when, like the Kelly now versus the Kelly who came at the beginning of 6 weeks? Like, do you feel like now when you look at food, you look at it differently, or do you feel like that you've learned a lot in terms of how to make more mindful choices?
Huge. When I so walking away from this, the results are awesome and I love it, but that's what I'll take away. I've been wrong my entire life about food. I always thought less was more, and that was my problem. That's why I did the snacking and I did the going around looking for more after a meal, because I was depriving. And now I realize, no, you can have a lot of food, you just need to have the right food. And it's eye-opening to me.
Cool. So everybody always says that the reason why they can't be successful is like, we all have that tendency to make excuses for ourselves, like a busy, like, oh, I'm too busy, I have children, my job's nuts. Like, tell me a little bit about the Kelly outside of the challenge. Like, what does your life look like in terms of busyness or craziness, or what obstacles would you maybe be able to use as excuses as to why you wouldn't make this change for yourself?
I work full time. I start my day in the office at 7 a.m. I get up at 4:15 to get my workout in because I've always made it a priority. I have 4 kids. PTA and school stuff. They're older now, but I did all of that, running around to all the soccers and the games, and I've always, and luckily I have a partner, my husband feels the same way, we've always made our fitness and our health a priority. It's not perfect. There's been times, when they're little, sleepless nights, sure, you go a couple days, you're off track. But we've always kind of made it a priority, and our kids have watched that. And now they're all active and kind of in their fitness realm in their own way, eating good, and we've always made it a priority. So
you're busy.
It's 1 hour a day.
It's not like you're a single woman who just has to take care of herself, and
Nope.
you've been able, based on the guidelines I set out.
I probably maybe compromised sleep when they were little, but to me, I've always done better. I've energy to get through the day with a little bit of my time in the morning workout. The fitness has been, the nutrition has been something that I haven't maybe always been 100%, and this is why I've loved this, because now it's, as your kids get older, you take back a little more time for you, but I've always had the time. You have to make yourself a priority.
Awesome. So you're busy and you still manage to find time to do everything. And do you feel
my
like
food prepping on Sunday mornings is an hour and a half. You just have to find the right things. I maybe spend a little more and get things already kind of half prepped, but I made it a point, and I'm not in that kitchen all day. I don't have the time either. I could get all the meals done in an hour and a half, 2 hours.
And do you feel like overall, like if there was somebody else out there who wanted to see change, who's maybe, a mother for whatever it is, who just at a point in their life where they're busy, they want to get results, but they don't want to waste time on a program that doesn't give results, like do you feel like anybody, regardless of where they're starting at, could be successful on this
Absolutely.
program? And do you feel like the guidelines were easy enough to follow where like you don't feel like I was telling you can't have this, you can't have that? Like
Nope.
Awesome.
I went out to dinners. We were still celebrating Christmases with family out of town in January. So I had dinners and I had to go to people. And I always found that I could just look at something and say, where is my, protein fist size? Where are the veggies? Where is my fat? And I just would think about it, and I would sit down with everybody with my plate full, and I was eating the right things.
Awesome. And if you could go back to when you signed up 6 weeks ago, would you still make the same decision and sign up for the program based on your results at the end?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
That's all I got.